All right, so if you're in the market for a new pair of active noise canceling headphones, but you don't want to shell out 400 bucks for something like the new Sony XM5s, then I might have a solution for you. These are the Ankbit E500 Pro, and these are giving you some really good performance at a very affordable price. So let's go ahead and check them out. So as far as the design and the build, the first thing that you're going to notice is that they're very lightweight, which is definitely going to help in terms of the fit as well as the comfort, which we will talk about later in the video. As far as the ear cups, they do swivel as well as fold. So I know some people were pretty upset that the XM5s don't fold like the previous versions. So if that's an important feature for you, the E500 Pro have you covered. It makes them smaller and more portable. So for the times that you're on the go, you can definitely take advantage of that feature. So you've got some decent padding up along the headband as well as on the ear cushions. And then as far as your controls, you have those located on the right ear cup. So if there was one negative that I was going to point out about these earbuds, is definitely the buttons, and not so much the functionality, because they work great. They help you control all of your media. You can play and pause, track forward, track backward, activate your voice assistant. You can do all of those things, but the buttons are very clicky and very noisy. So that's definitely one thing that's going to remind you that these are a budget-friendly option. So in addition to the headphones, you're also getting this drawstring pouch, which you can use to carry the headphones around. And you're also getting a Type-C to 3.5 millimeter audio cable for the times that you want to use the headphones wired. So these are running Bluetooth 5.0, and they also support NFC connection. So that's another feature that they took away with the XM5s. So if you're the type of person that likes to use NFC, these do have you covered. Now, when it comes to battery life, you're looking at a maximum 60 hours on a full charge. Now, that number is going to vary depending on how much you use the noise cancellation, how much you use the transparency mode, and how loud you listen to your music. But all in all, these are giving you exceptional battery life and even better battery life than the Sony XM5s. They also support fast charging. So if you ever pick up the headphones and they're completely dead, just 10 minutes will give you about 4 hours of listening time. So if you're into mobile gaming, these also feature a gaming mode, which is going to help cut down on overall latency. So all you have to do is hit the power button 3 times, and that is going to kick the headphones into that gaming mode, which again is going to cut down on latency whenever you want to do any mobile gaming or whenever you want to watch videos or movies. So let's go ahead and talk about the fit. So like I said, they're very lightweight, which makes these a great pair to wear for extended periods of time. So these are going to be a great option for traveling, for commuting, especially when you factor in the performance of the active noise cancellation, which we will talk about here shortly. So as far as sound quality, these are using 40 millimeter drivers, and honestly, compared to something like the Sony XM5s, it's not really a night and day difference. So even though these are a quarter of the price, they still sound very good compared to the more advanced options out there. So you're getting a very clean sound, very solid mids and highs, a nice balanced amount of bass. Now, one advantage that you do have with something like the Sonys is the fact that they have the app support, which gives you access to different EQ controls and things of that nature. So the E500 Pro obviously don't have an app, so that's not something that you get with these. You don't get as much flexibility in terms of the sound. But if you're like me and you like to experiment with third-party equalizers, I use Amazon Music, which has a built-in EQ right inside of the app. So with that, I'm able to improve the sound even more on these headphones, especially in terms of the mids and the highs and the overall clarity. I will say that if you do decide to experiment with a third-party EQ, I wouldn't go too crazy with the bass, because if you're using the active noise cancellation, that already boosts the bass by a little bit. So if you're doing both of those things, it's not really going to sound that great. But overall, especially for the price, these definitely have you covered in terms of sound quality. So let's go ahead and talk about the active noise cancellation. which is surprisingly good. So if we're estimating that something like the Sony XM5s block out maybe 90% of your ambient sounds, I will put these closer to about 70%. So not quite on the level of the Sonys, but still very, very good. So that's why I say that the active noise cancellation along with the comfortable fit would make these a great pair of travel headphones because no matter if you're on a plane, a train, subway, whatever your mode of transportation is, these are going to block out a tremendous amount of noise for you and just give you a more comfortable traveling experience. And then when it comes to the transparency mode, it sounds very natural and there's literally zero white noise or any of that digital echo that you get with some other products. So it sounds extremely natural. It's not quite as strong or pronounced as some of the more advanced headphones out there, but it definitely serves its purpose and allows you to draw in your ambient sounds for the times that you want to. So let's go ahead and do a microphone test to give you guys an idea of the call quality. All right, so this is a microphone test of the Ankbit E500 Pro active noise canceling headphones. Right now we have quiet conditions, so this should give you an idea as to how you would sound in a quiet environment. Now let's see how they sound once we add some background noise. All right, so now we got some crowd noise being played on a speaker. So this should give you a rough idea as to how you would sound if you choose to take calls in a more noisy environment. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. So overall, obviously these aren't as advanced as something like the Sony XM5s, but when you talk about the basics, comfortable fit, great sound quality, really good active noise cancellation, and solid transparency mode, these definitely have you covered. So I will put the link down in the description in case you're interested. So make sure you check them out. These will be a great budget-friendly, affordable option if you're in the market for a pair of ANC headphones.